And good afternoon, everybody. This is Michael Filigera. I am with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott Wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Sunday, June 13th, 2021. As the markets reopened in Globex this afternoon, the NASDAQ has managed to move back above 14,000. And that's very supportive of our current analysis for the NASDAQ, where we're continuing to count a minute wave 5 up. And within that, we've done subminute 1, subminute 2, and we're into the third wave. And the third wave's actually breaking down or subdividing into its own 5 waves. So I'm now feeling that we've done minute or subminute, subminute, I guess, wave 1, and here would be the wave 2, and those are all last Friday. Then it's not that the NASDAQ's up tremendously right now, it's only up 21, almost 22, and it's holding, and that I like as well. And so it's up above, just above. So right now we basically could say that this 14,661 level is holding, and that's a resistance. But I do anticipate that it likely will break and start heading up towards these next levels. Now, these levels are not, they're there and they're real and they will provide resistance, but I'm not feeling that it's going to be a resistance that's going to hold it and change it, the whole picture. We're going to let the market tell us, but those would not be my expectations within this current 5-wave sequence up. So I'm thinking that it may stop, it may pause, we may get a little pullback. But ultimately, I think we get up here to finish wave 3. And that would be 14,180, let's call it. And then we'll get a minute or subminute wave 4 pullback, and then an additional small rise. And from what I'm looking at, that's it. We will reach a count that would allow us to really say that it's completing a minute 5th wave, which in turn will be completing a primary 5th wave, which in turn will be completing an intermediate 5th wave, which in turn will be completing a primary 3rd wave. So you can see I went all the way out to our maximum monthly chart, and where this all started, this particular completion point all started in December, or actually late November 2008. So this has been in progress for nearly 13 years. It'd be 13 years in late September. So we definitely can say 12 and a half years. How long it's going to take us to actually put that finishing top in, yet to be seen. We're going to allow the market to do what it needs to do. But ultimately, this is what I feel is happening. And this is the rally phase that we're finishing. It's pretty large. And off of this level, I'd be looking for a primary 4th wave decline. And the most common area for that type of a correction would be in the area of the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree. And that's the intermediate level. And here it is. It's the March 2020 pandemic decline. So I'd be looking for a drop, and don't forget, we're going to be up above 14,100, let's say. I'm looking for a drop that's going to take us between 9,763, possibly down to 6,628. It's a big window, but it's a big drop. And yet, it's just a wave 4 correction, and it's just on a primary level. But you're seeing how big that's going to be, and it's going to take likely a year or more to unfold. Lots of trading, lots of things to go on, lots of movements back and forth. So let's come back down. to this hourly chart and actually come down a little bit more. I'm going to come down to the 15-minute. So we can now see the internals in this. What we got going here is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then a 1, 2. So it's subdividing and subdividing. And it's going to go quick because I'm down on a pretty small time frame. So I would expect even during Globex, if this rally is going to continue, it should go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down, go up one more time to complete the third, which began here. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, 4, 5 of 3, 4, 5 of the third. And so it would not surprise me that we would likely get up into this area, if not to that other 100%. But at this stage, I think anything about 14,100 would be pretty dang good. Because wherever we sit up at these upper levels, it attracts a lot of sellers. Again, for whatever reason, but it does attract sellers. We've seen it now, pretty consistent through here. They don't get very far, but they do put in some jarring moves. So for tomorrow, I would, again, as I've been saying all along, that corrections should be shallow. And you can see what I meant there. Starting from here, this one was decent, and it probably went back up 50% of what, of that rally. But then this one probably also maybe 50%, 618, but they're not super deep in terms of the ground cover to get up, and then where it dropped, it's not falling but making new lows. So basically, I should say, corrections, we should continue to put in higher lows and then higher highs until this entire little sequence is all done. So that is where I'm going to leave it. If we do start to break down, so I've covered upside, but if we do start to break down and we come back to start to break these levels, 13,975, 13,965, and for sure, if it were to break 13,930 or 925, that's going to spell something totally different, and that maybe this is all done and now we're heading lower, and we're going to have to reassess where we are and what our expectations would be, because we'd have to mark and pull Fibonacci from wherever it topped out. A little bit difficult to do now since I am expecting upside. So, but if it does, you play what's in front of you. That is going to be very important, and you're going to have to trust your moving averages, and you're going to have to work with them because they're going to work with you and show you the path, or how deep it should maybe go, or how intense the selling is getting. So there's a couple of things we can gauge, and all by using moving averages, plus the Elliott, plus the Fibonacci. So I'm definitely going to leave it there. And hope everybody has a great trading day tomorrow. And the next update will be Monday, June 14th.